And soon, you could be paying even more at the grocery store, thanks to the ongoing trade war sparked by President Trump. Joining me now to talk about the impact of trade and tariffs, Jim McGreevy, Beer Institute President and CEO. Okay, Jim, let's walk through this because U.S. prices for steel and aluminum are up since the start of the year, 33% for steel and 11% for aluminum. Now, if you are a steel or aluminum producer like U.S. Steel, that's amazing. But there are a lot less jobs in the aluminum and steel production industry than those who use aluminum and steel. So is that going to affect how much we pay for beer and soda and the jobs in those industries?
Well, it very much could, Stephanie. U.S. Beer supports 2.2 million American jobs. And these tariffs on aluminum and on steel, we estimate, amount to a $350 million tax on beer brewers in the United States, from the largest brewers to the smallest brewers. And those brewers are going to have to figure out a way to incorporate those added costs in their production. Aluminum is the single biggest input cost for American brewers, and these taxes are having a great effect on our business.
Then how much more could consumers be expected to pay?
Well, you know, we're lucky enough in the United States to have nearly 6,000 breweries in this country, again, from the largest to the smallest brewers. And those are 6,000 individual businesses, and they're really going to have to figure out how to deal with these costs. The layoff workers, we estimate that these tariffs could lead to 20,000 lost jobs supported by American brewing. Raise prices, cut their offerings. So everyone in beer is going to have to deal with this in their own way.
Have you shared this data and projections with the administration? I think back to the first time we were talking about the aluminum and steel tariffs, and Wilbur Ross came on television with a can of soda and Campbell's soup and said, no one knows the price of these things. It's just a couple of cents.
Well, Stephanie, those pennies add up. Last year in the United States, American brewers bought 36 billion, with a B, aluminum cans and aluminum bottles. So those pennies add up. And we have shared this information with the administration. We've shared it with members of Congress. Last month, 32 members of Congress sent a letter to Attorney General Sessions asking for an investigation into a particular price of how aluminum prices are set for beer brewers, called the Midwest Premium. So we're very concerned about the Midwest Premium. We're very concerned about the tariffs lasting a long time. And we're talking to anyone in a position of authority who could help us out.
And what do they say back to you? When you share this with the administration, what has their response been?
I think the administration's response is, we need to bring back jobs in a certain sector of the manufacturing economy. Therefore, brewers, soda makers, airplane manufacturers, farmers, you're just going to have to take one for the team, Team USA.
And just quickly, aren't there a lot more jobs, as I mentioned earlier, that are associated with companies that use aluminum and steel than there are jobs with companies that produce aluminum and steel?
We believe there are. That's why this policy, in our view, is wrong-headed. Tariffs are taxes, and someone has to pay those taxes, whether it be the consumer or the producer of beer and other products that Americans use. Beer is a shining jewel in American manufacturing right now. As I say, 2.2 million Americans owe their livelihoods in one way or another to the production, distribution, and sale of beer. And we're very concerned that these tariffs are going to have a negative impact while bringing back fewer jobs in other sectors.
Jim, thank you so much. I wanted to look that up, tariffs or taxes. Someone else said that, and I remembered who it was. It was Larry Kudlow, just before he joined the administration as the president's national economic advisor. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Stephanie.